Shopping for workers' compensation and trying to figure out how to get the best deal? Are you confused by all the noise around workers' comp quotes? In this video, I'm going to go over some of the basics of workers' compensation insurance and give you some targeted advice on getting the most competitive quotes on workers' comp. Hi, I'm Gordon Coyle. Welcome to my channel where we talk about the risk and insurance issues on the minds of business owners. Thanks for stopping by to view this video. If there's other questions on your mind after viewing this, reach out and let's connect. We'd love to hear from you. So you're probably looking for workers' comp insurance for your business, and you may already be confused by what is the right choice or the best route for getting a quote. Let me start off with some of the basics like what is workers' compensation insurance? Often just called workers' comp, it's a mandatory form of insurance when an employer has employees. The rules of who must carry workers' comp will vary from state to state, but in most cases, if you have employees, you need this coverage. The intent of workers' comp is to pay for the medical bills and other costs when an employee is injured or becomes ill on the job, as well as pay for a portion of the lost wages for the injured worker during their rehabilitation. I did a detailed video on how workers' comp works that you can view here. So how are workers' comp insurance premiums calculated? There are two main elements that factor into pricing or rating workers' compensation insurance: payroll and class codes. The class codes used in your policy identify the work your company does, and in some cases, what specific groups of employees do. I explain the entire class code structure in this video, if you're interested. But in a nutshell, the class code will identify the rate for that group of employees, which is then multiplied by the payroll for that group of employees. The rates for a code differ from insurer to insurer, and in fact, a single insurance company can have a dozen or so variations of a class code rate depending on the underwriting characteristics of that particular client. Finally, there are other factors like the employer's experience rating modifier and state surcharges that are applied to the premium developed. I recently did another video on that called the E-Mod that you can also view here. Lots of videos, right? Now, before I continue, can I ask you to hit that subscribe and like button? That'll help my channel grow and reach more business owners like you. Thanks. Now, how much do small businesses pay for workers' comp insurance? It's a good question, and the answer is, it depends. I know you'd like to know what it's going to cost, and you'll find out a lot of big name websites that'll tell you that the average premium is like $45 a month, or the median price is only $60 a month, and so forth. What do those numbers mean? They don't really mean anything. Those figures are worthless in my opinion. There are over 800 classification codes, each with their own rates in every state. There are also dozens of A-rated insurers selling workers' comp, and as I mentioned, many of them have a dozen variations of rates, and on top of that, there are 46 different state rate filings. There's 46 because there are 4 states that are known as monopolistic, and the state issues workers' comp coverage, not insurance companies. On top of all of that, how many employees or payroll are represented in that average or median number I quoted before? It's total garbage. The point I'm trying to make is that if you're looking for an idea of what your workers' comp is going to cost, that average or median price that you see online is really worthless. It has no meaning. This probably leads to the next question. How do you get the best price on workers' comp insurance? In my opinion, that starts with working with a skilled insurance broker who knows workers' comp inside and out, like the Coyle Group. And we represent top insurance companies that really love doing workers' comp. If you do a Google search for workers' comp quotes, you're probably going to see in your search results big insurance company names like Hartford, Geico, Hiscox, Progressive, Nationwide, and more. If you contact them, you're probably going to get one quote, that particular insurance company's quote. So now you've got to go through this process over and over and over to find the best deal. The solution is to work with a skilled broker like the Coyle Group who can sort through dozens of options for you and then be by your side with other forms of insurance that you're going to need as you grow. Look, you're probably not a giant corporation, so why buy insurance direct from one when you can get the advice, guidance, choice, and selection from an entrepreneur like you? Do you want to deal with a big call center and talk to somebody different every time you call? Or do you want a relationship with someone who cares about you and your business? The next question that comes up is payroll providers. Is this the best choice for your workers' comp? It's a good question. For a lot of startups, the decision on a lot of things is focused on convenience, so they bundle their workers' comp with their payroll. Is this a good thing? In my opinion, it can be, but often there are additional fees for that convenience. On top of that, in my experience, most payroll providers only represent 2 or 3 insurance companies, so you may not be getting the best deal after all. That's why working with a good broker makes sense. And when it comes to the convenience of pay-as-you-go or monthly installments, most insurers can accommodate your cash flow needs as well. Here's the bottom line. When it comes to workers' comp premiums and getting a good deal, you can go to any number of insurance companies that sell workers' comp online and get one quote, their quote. Or you can speak to me and I can go to dozens of the same insurance companies and others to get several quotes and be sure that the coverage is right and give you my 40 years of experience to help you make the right decision. If you're looking to work with a team of dedicated experts on your workers' comp or other business insurance policies, I'd love the opportunity to speak with you and see if we'd be a good fit for you and your business. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you like this content, give it a thumbs up and reach out. Thanks.